Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Obsy. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. So in this video, we're going to be talking about sweet fragrances for women. Mind you, most of my fragrances are unisex, but I know that this would actually lean a bit more feminine. If you're looking for a nice, sweet, unique fragrance that is not so cloying, that is not nauseating, then this video is for you. The first fragrance I'm going to be talking about here is Creed's Carmina. Now, Creed's Carmina is a black cherry fragrance. It has notes of black cherry, it has peony, it has frankincense, it has rose. It's a very stunning, unusual, sweet fragrance. So I would say this is more fruity in my opinion. Fizzy, fruity fragrance, that's what I get from this. A little bit floral in the dry down. I actually really like this one. This is really long lasting on me. If you don't like a very sweet, sugary scent, but you like something that is, long lasting, that's a bit fruity, sweet, but then not so sweet, still has an edge to it, then I think that you should actually try out Carmina. It wasn't my cup of tea at first, to be honest, because I'm not a huge fan of cherry or black cherry, but I really like the way it was done in this scent. I think the only thing that throws me off from this fragrance is the peony. I don't like when fragrances smell very purple. I don't know if that makes sense, but it smells really purple. But this one is not so bad, but I can get the peony in this one. There's also rose here, which actually is a very nice floral note that complements the black cherry in this fragrance. Very perfect for spring and summer as well. So if you're looking for a very nice sweet fragrance that you can use in both seasons, that is not headache inducing as well, then check out Creed's Carmina. My next one here is from Unique Luxury, and this is Istanbul. Now Istanbul has again that DNA of Love Don't Be Shy, has the DNA of Oriana from Perfumes Mentioned. Now Love Don't Be Shy has been a lot of people's favorites in the past, but I think the only thing that throws people off with that fragrance is the fact that it's a little bit too sweet, can be a little bit too cloying as well, headache inducing, a little bit syrupy as well. If you do not like Love Don't Be Shy because of how sweet or how intense it is, or even Killian's Can't Stop Loving You has similar DNA with a little bit more honey in that particular fragrance. So if you don't like those ones because they're a little bit too sweet, then you might like Istanbul, because Istanbul is the same DNA of marshmallow, neroli, jasmine, more floral, but then it has toffee in the base note, and toffee in the base note just gives it this very warm, cozy vibe. Doesn't make it too sweet. It's sweet, but then in a very sophisticated manner. It's not headache inducing, it's not as sweet as Love Don't Be Shy, but the DNA is definitely there. So if you want the same DNA, or if you like that DNA of Love Don't Be Shy but you don't want Love Don't Be Shy exactly, then check out Istanbul from Unique Luxury. I think this is a very stunning one, a gorgeous unisex fragrance as well. It's so good. It's very gorgeous, very stunning, very long lasting as well. Mid projection, but very huge CR. So this is not a beast mode fragrance. Don't expect to get like a room filling scent from this one. This is actually very stunning. I know a lot of people really love Istanbul. I mean, you can tell just by the dent of this particular fragrance. I actually really love it. I really like that they added the toffee note, which is very prominent in this particular one. The next scent I have here is Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. Is it Good Girl or Very Good Girl? I'm not really sure. I think it's Very Good Girl actually. This is a dupe for Delina exclusive. Now this is a little bit too sweet for me, but I really like this one. I mean, it's a cheaper price point if you like the Delina exclusive or Delina DNA, but you don't have Delina's money or Perfume de Mali's money, then check out Carolina Herrera's Very Good Girl. I think they have similar DNA, maybe a little bit different, but this is still very gorgeous. This is very different from the original Good Girl that we already know. Maybe the DNA is a little bit there, but I think this is quite different, leans a bit towards the Delina exclusive DNA. And this has lychee, this has a little bit of fruits in there, this has rose as well. It's a very stunning, sweet, fruity floral fragrance, very perfect for the spring and summer as well. But I wouldn't actually wear this in summer because when it's really hot, I don't really like to wear any kind of sweet fragrance, and this is not as fruity because of the lychee in here. It's actually a very sexy fragrance. Now I think I can actually wear this in summer, to be honest. I just thought that maybe it was going to be a little bit too sweet for me, but it's not bad at all. If you like the Delina exclusive, then definitely check out this one. Lama Kaja, Lama by Kajal Fragrances. This is a fruit bowl. Like, this is so stunning. This has a lot of fruits in here. This is a very fruity fragrance, but then it's dried down. It also has oud, which complements the fruits here. A little bit floral in there, but not so prominent. I think the most prominent note that I get from this fragrance is the pineapple. Like, pineapple is my absolute favorite fruit. So to see it done very well in fragrances and to give out that that very fitzy, sweet, you know, succulent vibe from fragrances is so amazing. Lama Kaja is really loved by a lot of people. I really love this one. It's very sweet, but not in a bad way, especially in the dry down. I think the oud in this one just tones down the sweetness a bit. So in the opening notes, yes, you get the burst of fruits, different types of fruits in there, but then in the dry down, the oud and the other smoky notes in this one actually tones out the sweetness and makes it very, very, very unique, very different, sweet, but then still sophisticated with an edge. This is one of my absolute favorite fragrances to wear. I always layer this with other fragrances in my collection. I would wear this on its own. Now, this is not a beast mode scent as well, but this is very long lasting. I would actually wear this on a date night if I want to feel very flirtatious. This is a fragrance I would definitely go for because it's very sweet, it's very sexy. I'm not a fan of fruity fragrances, so you can imagine that this fruit bowl here, it was really love at first sniff for me. My next fragrance here is Velvet Vanilla from Mancera. Now, Velvet Vanilla is a very strong tuberose bubblegummy fragrance. It has other floral notes in this one, but the prominent note here is tuberose. Tuberose is not my favorite note, to be honest. Like, whenever I smell tuberose in a fragrance, I can tell. To be honest, it does depend on how the tuberose is done in that fragrance. Sometimes it can be a little bit overpowering or overbearing. Like in this one, you can definitely tell that the tuberose is prominent, but then I think that there are other sweet notes that actually complement the tuberose here. I'm so surprised because I don't really like tuberose, but then I really like this one. This is a very long lasting fragrance. This is Velvet Vanilla, very long lasting projects. I'm telling you, I get tons of compliment from this one. Funny enough, I've had this for a very long while. You can tell the bottle is a little bit worn out. I've had this for years and it doesn't fail me at all. I get tons and tons of compliments. Very long lasting, very potent, not really beast mode, I would say mid projection, but it has a very, very, very huge sillage. People are going to smell you from afar, really and truly. If you like tuberose, if you don't have any issues with tuberose, then check out Velvet Vanilla. I think this is just one of the few tuberose fragrances that I like. I'm not a fan of that note at all. It's a very, very strong note, to be honest, and I think that in any fragrance you can always tell when the tuberose is in there. But this is definitely one of my favorite tuberose fragrances, and I highly recommend if you like something very bubblegummy but not headache inducing at all. Like, it smells like chewing gum, it smells like lip gloss, lollipop. It has that very playful kind of vibe, but then it's still very, very sexy. The next one I have here is by Matière Première, and this is Vanilla Powder. Now, Vanilla Powder is a vanilla scent with hints of coconut in there. You can tell very, very well in the dry down that there's coconut in this fragrance. Very, very, very long lasting, very prominent, huge projection, fills up the whole room. I don't even know what else to say. Huge sillage as well. A little goes a long way. I'm telling you, this is why I have a 6 ml only, because once I just spray 1, 2, I'm done, and it will literally take over every other fragrance that I have in my collection, really and truly. It is so, so, so long lasting. It is very prominent. It's sweet, but then it's also very cozy. It's also very sexy. It's very multifaceted, but then in the dry down, you're definitely going to get the coconut powder in there. You're going to get the different florals, and most importantly, you're going to get the vanilla for sure. I personally would wear this spring. I wouldn't wear it in summer because I feel like the coconut can be a little bit too heavy for me. My next one is Amouage Guidance. Now, I think everybody talks about Amouage Guidance, Amouage Guidance. If you want to smell like an it girl, this is a fragrance for you, to be honest. It has pear, it has hazelnut, it has rose. It's so sexy. It's such a sexy fragrance. Sweet, but not in a terrible way, not in a sugary sweet way. It's more floral than fruity, but then there's pear in here, there's hazelnut, I think there's almond as well, which gives it a little bit lactonic. It has that very mild lactonic vibe, not so much, but I do get some almondish thing going on in here, but it might be the hazelnut, to be honest. I don't even know. It's so sexy, it's sweet, very long lasting, project, huge sillage. Amouage Guidance is really that girl, so I think it's a staple, to be honest. It's a nice date night scent, it's a nice night out scent, it's a nice like, you can wear this for special occasions, like if you want to actually stand out from the crowd, if you want to smell expensive, check out this fragrance. I highly recommend. Honestly, I think this is a staple that every girl needs in their wardrobe. My next fragrance is Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. I haven't reached out for this fragrance in a very long time. This is a sweet fragrance. I don't know the notes in here, but of course there's pink pepper. It's a spicy sweet fragrance, so you can definitely get the pink pepper in the opening note, and I think there's also rose in here as well. The reason why I've not reached out for this in a long time is actually very sweet, and I've had this for about I think 2 years now, so it has actually macerated and it has become even more intense. For me, this is a little bit too intense, it's a little bit too sweet, but it's still very stunning. So a little bit fresh. I think in the opening note there might be some citruses in there that makes it a little bit fresh, but it's still a sweet, spicy fragrance. I actually recommend this if you don't want to break the bank. It's not as expensive as the other fragrances in this collection. This is a very gorgeous scent, Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, and it's also long lasting. I get at least 8 hours on my skin and maybe 12 hours on my clothes. It's not a beast mode scent, but you definitely get people smelling you. It has a nice sillage. I really like this one, but I like it for like nighttime. I would wear this for brunch as well. I wouldn't wear this in the summer because it's a little bit too sweet, but I would definitely wear it in spring. I would definitely wear it this springtime. Okay, so this is for my vanilla people, my vanilla ladies. If you like just a very clean vanilla scent, an easy vanilla, but this is not an easy vanilla. This is Ani from Nishan Ani. I consider this a green vanilla. A little bit spicy, but not so spicy. I get more of like the green vibe in this one, and this has a very huge sillage. I sprayed this on me and I keep smelling myself and people keep complimenting me. The vanilla just keeps oozing and oozing and oozing. Wherever you go, people are going to tell that you smell extremely nice. It's very cozy, very warm, very sweet, but also the green notes in there actually complement it to tone down the sweetness so that it's not overly sweet. It's very long lasting, mid projection, but huge sillage. Ani from Nishan Ani, you can never go wrong with this one for sure. And if you do not like this particular one, because they also have come out with the Ani X, I smelled the Ani X and to be honest, I feel like they smell very similar, only that the Ani X is a little bit more wearable. Basically, this original is a bit stronger than the Ani X. So if you do not like the original, you can definitely check out the Ani X version, but it's still the same DNA, it's still the same vibe. For me, I think that this is a gorgeous vanilla scent, a very nice layering fragrance as well for other fragrances in your collection. Very stunning scent. Nishane Ani is another one that I would highly recommend if you want to try something sweet. Okay, so my next one is the Harmonist Hypnotizing Fire. The Harmonist Hypnotizing Fire gives me a sweet vibe, but this is very spicy. So there are a lot of spicy notes in this one. There's pigmento in this one. Pigmento something, I don't remember. It's very spicy, but then there's some element of sweetness in there, a little bit tangy as well. But I love that it's spicy. They complement each other very well, very unique. I highly recommend Hypnotizing Fire because it's one of my favorite fragrances. I also get huge compliments from this one. It's not a beast mode scent, but I like the fact that it has a very huge sillage as well, so you're going to leave scent trails around. It's a very stunning fragrance and I highly recommend it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All these fragrances here are very long lasting and they actually have a very good performance and they are sweet as well. So I'm giving you guys the best of the best. They are very unique, very different from your average sweet fragrances. Do you have other fragrances that you want to recommend, other sweet fragrances that you like to recommend to all of us? Leave your recommendations in the comment section. Yeah, if you're new to my channel, please do not leave without hitting the subscribe button. Like this video and share it to your friends and your loved ones, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.